Look at this man. He is worth more than the entire GDP of Russia. He holds the keys to the future of artificial intelligence. But before the iconic leather jacket, before building a trillion-dollar company, Jensen Huang was just a shy immigrant kid, cleaning toilets at a reform school in rural Kentucky. He wasn't a genius coder born with a silver spoon. He was a waiter at Denny's who was terrified to talk to customers. How did a boy who was bullied for being different end up building the AI microchip that is now eating the world? This is not just a story about technology or Nvidia stock. It's a powerful business case study about pain and suffering. The Jensen Huang biography begins in Taiwan. Jensen's father was not rich, but he had a vision. After visiting the US once, he made a vow. He would send his children to America, no matter the cost. So at just 9 years old, Jensen and his brother were put on a plane, without their parents. This was the start of a brutal immigrant success story. They were sent to live with an uncle in Washington, but soon they were moved to a boarding school in Kentucky due to a misunderstanding. It was the Oneida Baptist Institute. It wasn't really a school. It was a reformatory for troubled youth. His roommate was illiterate. Everyone carried knives. And Jensen, he was the smallest kid there. His job wasn't to study calculus. It was to clean the toilets, every single day. Jensen later said, "I had to be tough to survive." Those toilets didn't break him. They taught him a leadership lesson that would one day save his company. No work is beneath him. Fast forward a few years, Jensen is now in Oregon. He is brilliant at math, but he has a problem. He is incredibly shy. He can't speak to strangers without freezing up. To fix this, he gets a job at Denny's restaurant, taking orders, dealing with angry customers, refilling coffee. It was at this diner, table number 6 to be exact, where two things happened. 1, he met his future wife, Lori. And 2, he learned humility. He says, "I was the best waiter Denny's ever had because I planned everything." Little did he know that same booth at Denny's would be the birthplace of a tech startup idea that changed history. 1993. Jensen convinces 2 friends, Chris and Curtis, to start a company. They named it Envision, later shortened to Nvidia. But by 1996, the dream had turned into a nightmare. Nvidia had bet everything on a technology called quadrilaterals, but Microsoft just released DirectX, which used triangles. Overnight, Nvidia's technology became useless. They had no product, no money, and only 30 days of cash left in the bank. They were facing bankruptcy. Their only hope? A contract with Sega to build a console chip. But Jensen knew their chip wouldn't work. He had a choice in this critical business crisis. Lie to Sega and take the money? Or tell the truth and go bankrupt? He did the unthinkable. He walked into the CEO of Sega's office and said, "We can't do it. Our architecture is wrong. You should use someone else." It was suicide. But then something miraculous happened. Jensen added one more sentence. "But we need your money to survive. If you don't pay us, we go out of business." The CEO of Sega, impressed by his brutal honesty, gave him the money anyway. That $5 million bought them 6 months of life. With that money, they scrapped everything and built the Riva 128. It was a panic project. If this chip failed, Nvidia was dead. The result? It became a massive hit. Nvidia survived, not by brilliance, but by business ethics. For the next 20 years, Jensen didn't just build chips for gamers. He did something Wall Street hated. He spent billions creating CUDA, a platform that allowed chips to solve complex science problems, not just play Call of Duty. Investors screamed. Stock prices dropped. People called him crazy. Why waste money on this? But Jensen waited. He waited for the world to catch up. And in 2022, when OpenAI needed a brain to train ChatGPT, only one company was ready, Nvidia. Today, Jensen Huang still wakes up at 6 a.m. He still worries that Nvidia could go bankrupt. When asked about his success, he doesn't talk about IQ or strategy. He talks about pain and suffering. He says, "To do hard things, you must have a high tolerance for pain." From cleaning toilets in a reform school to powering the future of generative AI, Jensen Huang proved one thing. The best leaders aren't the ones who never fail. They are the ones who survive the crash. If you enjoyed this failure to success story, hit like and subscribe to DotSky. What business story should we cover next? Let us know in the comments.